Welcome back. And on Wednesdays, we have our relationship discussions. What are we talking about today? I wonder. We are committed to giving you this segment every single week, but somehow there is a rise and major impact of non-commitment in today's relationships. In 2023, are we actually doing all we can to commit to our partners? That's the question. With us today, we have Olatoun Ayoola. She is a relationship and marriage counselor. She's a sex therapist, and she's a life coach. She's always been passionate about helping couples live a fulfilling and enriching intimate life. And it's great to have you back on the show. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, that word commitment strikes fear into the bones of some people, both on the men and women's side. But as a woman, as women here, I can probably say I've felt a lot of lack of commitment from men in the past. But what do you think the major cause is?
I find out that a lot of men, they don't want to take responsibility because commitment is hard work.
Okay.
Right? And then I find that a lot of people don't want to put in the work because it would take time, your energy, effort. Sometimes it takes money too.
Okay.
And then I say that a lot of people are not willing to. In most cases, men, but in some cases to women, right? It's just easier. They want to take the easy way out to get things done. You want a relationship, but you don't want you want all the goodies attached to the relationship, but you don't want the work that comes with being in a relationship. So yeah.
Essentially, you want to eat your cake
And have it.
And have it too. Now, the cake is always beautiful. It's nicely decorated. You know, it's probably fully packaged. But then the filling, a lot of work goes into filling that cake and making it look that way. And commitment is a journey. But it does feel like a lot of relationships are based on experiences that people have had in the past. Is it possible that it's like a PTSD situation, the stress and trauma from past relationships?
Sometimes. And guess what? In some cases, I've had clients that they've not been in any relationship. It's not because of past experiences, but the past experiences of their friends, their families, or their environment. So their environment has conditioned them to, you know, take the easy way out or to not be committed because they find out that even though it's not their personal experience, it's easier in the long run for them.
So is it truly easier? That term easier, or because in the end there is something they were looking for before starting that relationship in the first place.
Absolutely.
So I think we now have to question, what are people looking for in a relationship if commitment is not part of it?
And that's true because commitment is one of the underlying factors of a relationship. So when you talk about you want to be in a relationship, it just means that one of the easiest ways to define it is you're telling someone as a man or a woman that you can count on me. So how do you count on your spouse when you're not committed to your spouse?
Okay.
How would that happen? That's almost impossible. So I find out that a lot of people say things that they don't mean. I love you is now very mainstream, right? Without knowing what love is, because love is you being able to be there for the person. So I'm just going to talk about how commitment is you being committed to someone and being there for that person. So I find that in 2023, there are a lot of when my clients come in, they want to be there for their spouse at that time.
Okay.
Just that time. And they're thinking or with their actions telling me that if I find a better option, someone nicer, finer, someone
richer.
So the options are still open. So the relationship, you don't even get to enjoy the full potential of the relationship because your options are still open. And that's what non-commitment brings up.
I feel like there are different types of commitment. Now, if, for instance, I'm a business owner, I'm trying to sort of level a relationship in terms of a business. If you're a business owner and you decide to commit to that business, that means you buy the equipment, you get staff, maybe you rent a shop, right?
Yeah.
You commit. But then when you're investing in a business, it's a risk. So if you bring it to the other side when it comes to relationships, it feels like it's very risky to be overly committed. And I feel like a lot of people are running away from that issue of risking their emotions, their mental health, in many cases, their finances as well, committing to this other person?
Well, life in itself is a risk. Love is a risk. Deciding to get in your car this morning and come to work was a risk. Yes, basically. So, but you wouldn't say that because there's a risk of maybe an accident or something. You wouldn't obviously come to work because you love being here, right? So it depends on what you really want. Do you want to spend the rest of your life with with someone that? So first of all, I ask people, why did you get into relationships? They tell me that because I'm lonely. So if you want to stop being lonely, you can't be afraid of commitment, or you can't be afraid of the risk associated with loneliness. For everything, there are advantages and disadvantages. And being committed has more advantages than disadvantages in the long run, right? So I find out that for my clients that have issues with being committed, it's because at the beginning, the main issue was, should I say, picking or deciding on the right person that they want to be with. That's the main issue. If you at the end of the day end up with the right person, like you're dating, you're married to the right person, the risk is lower, right? But the reason why people are scared is because they're not even sure that they're with the right person. So that's the first thing you need to get clear on.
That's the first place you need to start.
Absolutely.
Make sure it's the right person.
Yeah.
You're investing your time, energy
in the right person.
In the right person.
So the risk is less. And really, there's really no risk when we look at it because love is beautiful.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
I have to say a big thank you to you, as always, for coming to talk to us on the show. I know that a lot of people are going to be heading towards your social media handle to maybe ask some questions. And, of course, we appreciate your contributions as well. Please use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let...